Hey, everybody. Are you someone who is caring for a loved one and feels angry, resentful, or hating yourself, and you feel like it's only going to get worse? If this is you, grab a pencil and a piece of paper because I'm going to share with you how someone just like you overcame similar challenges and achieved peace, freedom, and happiness. So get ready for this. This is the person I want to tell you about. I want to tell you about my client, Lauren. Lauren was fighting with her husband, was feeling resentful toward him, resentful toward his mother, who they are caring for. And Lauren was feeling bitter and angry, not liking who she was becoming. Can you identify with this? I'm betting that some of you can. So Lauren finally said yes to coaching after many nights of crying herself to sleep. After fights with her husband, and she was hating herself and hating who she found herself becoming. Through my coaching, Lauren has found peace, and her relationship with her husband is filled with love instead of anger. And in fact, she says they are now flirting with each other again. Lauren also says she has an overall feeling of peace and balance and calm, and her boundaries are honored. What would it mean for you to have your boundaries honored? What would you be experiencing as a result? So a couple of things that I hear many times from clients, from the Caregivers Collective community, from individuals that I talk to that are caregivers or that haven't identified themselves yet as being a caregiver. More on that in another video. But a couple of things tend to trigger us caregivers, right? So, for example, if you reach out to a loved one, if they live in a retirement community, and you aren't able to connect with them, and then you feel kind of bad, and that guilt creeps up, and you spiral into that for the rest of the day. And so focus, you can forget about focus. Another trigger might be when you find yourself taking on more responsibility and you're not able to keep up with stuff. And it's all on you, or you feel like it's all on you. And you become frustrated and overwhelmed. And as a result, you become the type of person you never wanted to become, angry and bitter all the time. This is the same type of person that Lauren found herself becoming. And as a result of us coaching together, she is not that person. She has strong boundaries in place, and she is happy and at peace. Another trigger might be resenting your loved one because of all the additional trips to the store, doctor appointments, things that need to be fixed, and you find yourself saying, my time just gets eaten up. What about me? Can you identify with any of these? Maybe you're depleted and crabby because you are depleted and you're tired. And who do you get crabby with but with your spouse, with your partner? And you might find yourself resenting your spouse or your partner and about what's going to be put on you because they aren't being proactive and you're just continually fighting. Is that you? Where do you see yourself here? Who do you identify with? What challenge do you identify with? So in the beginning, I mentioned those unexpected things that Lauren did and that you can also do to create the freedom and happiness that she's experiencing now. You can experience this as well. And you can experience when you take these really simple same steps. She faced the fear and the anger and the worry. That's step one. And the guilt she was feeling, and she was honest with herself and honest with her husband and honest with her mother-in-law as well. She became aware of where she was looking too far ahead. Do you do this? Do you look so far ahead that the anxiety just grabs you and takes hold? So she became aware of where she was looking too far ahead so that she could more easily manage her mother-in-law's care, right, without looking at 10,000 steps ahead. And that allowed Lauren to treasure her own lifestyle and lean more into that. Lauren set boundaries around stress, guilt, and worry. Lauren asked for help. She gathered her circle of support and leaned into them so that she had a healthy outlet. And by the way, your circle of support, write down a list of individuals that have your back. Who's the person that can make you laugh? Who's the person that you can call at 2 in the morning? Who's the person that can bring over a hot meal? Who's the person that can talk you down, right, from anxiety? So gather up your circle of support. Get those names on paper. And so finally, Lauren was able to experience freedom from anger and resentment, and she was taking much better care of herself. And as a result, had a much higher quality of life, as do her husband and her mother-in-law as a result. So comment below and tell me what's your takeaway from what I've shared today, and I'll see you soon.